So yeah, y'all know how we can get as women, and that's just how we do. You know what I'm saying? When she was blowing up like this and he was saying that, you know, she doing too much, I probably do too much too. Matter of fact, I know I do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, just recently, and this is the funny story, y'all. My husband had brought home some chicken, girl, okay? And yeah, I wanted the biggest piece of chicken. Now, usually I would allow him to have the biggest piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying? Give the biggest piece to the man. That's how I was raised. You feel me? And yeah, I was mad because I was starving and I felt like he knew I was starving. So why wouldn't you give me the big piece of chicken, the bigger piece of chicken? You feel me? So yeah, he was looking at me like I was crazy. The whole family was looking at me like I was crazy because I really wanted this bigger piece of chicken. And it looked like I was being fucked up and petty. But, you know, I just felt like he should have known. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we do as women. We feel like they should know, you know, exactly what we're thinking, and they don't. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you always give them the bigger piece of chicken, girl. So, yeah, he ain't know. I felt bad later, and I did apologize. But at the end of the day, yes, Rich, we get mad and petty over little ass shit. That's just what we did. Okay? Him is sitting there, and he just asked K. Michelle, you know this man loves you, right? And talking about Casey, and she was like, her face, y'all, it was so hurt. And she did like how I do, how all girls do, how we do as girls. She just like busted out crying out of nowhere because her feelings was hurt. You know, and she was like, no. After he was like, you know, he loved you. And she was like, no. And she was just like, he just doesn't show it. And she was crying so bad. And she was trying to hold back the tears, you know, being a girl and everything, trying to stretch and not, you know, do it and everything and cry. Kasten was turned around looking at them, you know, with the conversation, and they was like, she's crying. He turned her, he was so shocked, and he was like, oh my God, like he like went to her and he was trying to console her, but she was just like not feeling it, you know what I mean? So she walks off, and you know, he walks behind her, and Dr. Ish comes into the room that they're in, and she just stopped pouring her heart out to Dr. Ish. Like, look, you know, I've worked so hard in my career. You know, I've lost a lot of moments with my son. And she's really, really hurt about that shit. And y'all, that first cry that she had in the living room when he was like, you know, he loved you and everything, that wasn't a cry about no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Not all the way. You know, it was a cry with other shit. And I told my husband, I was like, she crying about more than that. When they went in that room, that's what we saw. She's crying about the fact that she feels guilty. She's been working so much, working so hard, and basically didn't have these moments with her son. She worked over and over to build all of this stuff, and basically she still, you know, is left without a man. She doesn't have a man. She's been through several relationships. You know what I'm saying? So she has her hurt in, you know, a lot of different baskets. And, you know, I think that's why she was crying, you know, because it just wasn't off. It just like that cry that she had was like a really broken cry, you know, and I felt for her. You know, that was no cry like, you know, he just don't love me. And it was all of the above. You know, he don't love me. I want love. I still can't find a man. You know, this shit is getting hard. I've been doing all this work. I'm K. Michelle, and now I still can't find a man. I didn't have the moments with my son. I lost out on all this time. You know, it's just an abundance of feelings that overwhelmed her, and that's what was going on with her, you know, in that moment. Hey everybody, it's your girl Sassy Shantice. I'm coming back with another video. Yes, honey, back with another one, girl. Y'all, let's get into this 4th episode of Marriage Boot Camp, okay? Can y'all believe we on a 4th episode? Like, I feel like we started like 2 weeks ago, but yeah, y'all. Let's just go, honey, okay? Yeah, so the episode starts off with Mariah Lynn and Rich in the room, and she is just like ripping up the room because she's trying to find her cigarettes, okay? And y'all, I was judging her at first, but y'all, I can't even lie. I used to smoke cigarettes, and I'm so glad I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how you act when, yeah, you need a cigarette, girl, okay? She was just, had her bag all tossed up in the air. She had the room looking like somebody tossed it up in the air. Like, it was terrible, and yeah, I'm just glad I don't smoke no more, because that's how it feels when you need to find your cigarette, okay? Rich was like, she just always is blowing up, you know, small things, and he just feel like she just doing too much, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all know how we can get as women, and that's just how we do, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yes, Rich, we get mad and petty over little ass shit. That's just what we did. So Kason is in his confessional saying, you know, like, last night was a lie, you feel me? Because yeah, she is in bed and they got them recording and they don't even know. I think they don't know, but she probably know. That's K. Michelle. She is a reality TV star, so she knows. And she's basically telling him to fuck a baby in her, you know, and I'm just like, girl, like, I mean, to say it in that way, you know what I'm saying? And then to want him to do it like right then and there, I just thought that was a little weird, you know, and I know she ain't want us to know that because she started texting him in the daytime. This is in the daytime now. she's texting him and they're texting each other back basically, and she don't even know that we could see the text. But like Judge Tola was saying, yeah, we have the text where we can see and we recording everything, so she thinks she's just being mute to us, as we're watching, and when we could see all of their text. And she's basically saying how, I don't make you happy. I just wish I could make you happy with something, and maybe then you really would want to be with me. And I'm just like, ooh. And Dr. Ish was like, yeah, I wouldn't want nobody to know I thought like that either. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, you sound desperate. And it just almost feels like she doesn't know how to do it. Like she doesn't know how to have a relationship. And that's just what it seems like to me. And she just really don't know how to, have a relationship and just let a man love her genuinely. She is concerned with all of this stuff. So I don't know. I was feeling her when she was crying, but she going about it the wrong way. Cause she's saying basically, you tired now, you tired enough, you can't put a baby in me, you tired enough, you don't want to get married. And I'm just like, really, bitch? Like, you just sound like a spoiled ass brat. I know you went throughout your career and you didn't want all throughout all of these years, but at the end of the day, you cannot get everything you want on demand. And this is what she's trying to get. She's trying to get, basically the love of her life on demand, and it doesn't work like that. It just does not work like that. It's hard to find a good man, and she knows that, but she's like really trying to shape and mold this guy into what she want him to be, and yeah, you doing too much. And what, can you take Capone upstairs? My dog, y'all, is just right here, and he just want his mommy, okay? But yeah. He ate and everything. I don't know why. He probably just want to be down here with me. But yeah, she is just really hell bent on, making this man marry her. But it seems like, y'all, she is really like starting to like come to grips with everything. It's starting to show that she is starting to see exactly, how he feels, and it's starting to sink in. So Dr. Ish pulls Gangsta Boo and Emmett to the side, and he's like, look, y'all playing real nice, okay? And y'all sitting up here trying to act like y'all getting along and everything, and we already know how y'all get, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get explosive, and y'all get down with the get down when it comes to fussing and fighting. So yeah, what's going on? And Dr. Ish is like, look, I already know you pulled him out the hot tub, like you yanked this man out the hot tub, and yeah, he was pissed off, And basically, yeah, like I said, she demasculated him when she did that, and he had the right to be pissed off. So yeah, Dr. Ish just wanted to know, what's going on with that. Like Dr. Ish said, she is the type of woman, she's overbearing, you know what I'm saying? And she usually can get people to do what she wants, and they do what she wants and listen to what she says, And she was like, Gangsta Boo was like, yeah, he says that I act like that. And then he was like, what do you say? Dr. Ish was asking him, what do you say? He was like, whoa, you gonna answer the question? And he was like, do you see what just went on? And she was looking like, yeah. And then she actually was like, oh, are you asking him or you asking me? But she asking him. You could totally see, y'all, I saw that. I don't know how she didn't see that he was talking to Emmett, because you could see that his head was straight across talking to Emmett, but she was not talking to you. You know what I'm saying? But this is what she does even in conversation. So just like Dr. Ish was like, you can't expect to get a honest conversation between the two if he's going to be agreeing with everything she says, So that's the main start. He needs to, be able to speak up for himself and talk with her, communicate with her honestly, because, yeah, this is not going to get fixed. He should basically not need her approval to be able to talk. Like, that's crazy. And he doesn't have a problem with it sometimes. And Dr. Ish is asking him, how do you feel about it, Emma? And he's like, you know what? Sometimes I just be like, fuck it, I don't even give a fuck. And then sometimes it's like, we talk about relationships, us, too much. He's tired of talking about us, and that's another thing we do, ladies. We're always talking about the relationship. They don't want to sit and talk about the relationship all the time, but this is what we feel like we need to do. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand what Gangsta Boo does, is because if you have a problem, then you just want to work it out right then and there. And everything, we can't fix everything right then and there. Some shit, y'all, needs to just be like, it just need to be silent. You know what I'm saying? And you need to pick your battles as women. And that's what I'm learning to do. I've learned to do, and I am much more pleasant. Okay? Everything does not need to be brought up, and everything does not need to be a argument and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything does not need to be prodded and poked at. You know what I'm saying? Some things need to just be able to slide, because everything, like I said, does not need to be, examined and approached right then and there. That's just what it is. You got to let people be them, And y'all, I've learned this in my marriage, and it has done wonders for me. You know what I'm saying? Me and my husband, we get along much better because we always get along, but sometimes we can do too much as women, and, you know, you just need to pump your brakes and say, you know what? I'm giving this off, and I need to stop, and I can see that it's frustrating him, and, you know, I don't like who I'm becoming, and try to back off a little bit because, you know, bitching and arguing all the time, that just doesn't work, you know. And then on top of that, y'all, I know why I listened to my husband's face, looked at his face, so how he was being after a while, like it was starting to be too much because, you know, I did not want to become a nagger. Okay, and that's just the one thing that Donna does not want to do is be a nagger in anybody's life. So, you know, if I'm talking to somebody out there, y'all just, you know, listen to what I'm saying, because sometimes we can do too much as women, and everything don't need to be said right then and there, and just back off some, because the nigga don't always want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. And on top of that, nobody wants to hear all the time when they wrong about something and what they're not doing right and what they need to do, bitch, because I'm sure it's a lot of shit that we could be doing, you know, and they just don't say nothing, you know, and that's just how it is, you know, especially with mine. He don't say nothing a lot of times, and I read his face, and yeah, I try to be different with him as far as when it comes to me and what I want and what I need to say and what I'm going through and all this other shit, because it gets tiresome, and it does for men. So anyway, y'all, getting back to Gangsta Boo and Emmett, they admit, you know, they have been suppressing their emotions because they're on TV, they're in front of everybody, and rightfully so, you know, and I put myself in their shoes. That's what I try to do a lot of times, put myself in somebody else's shoes, and I can't even imagine, you know what I'm saying? I probably would be acting just like K. Michelle, like this bitch was ghost. She was silent. You know, Kasten was asking her questions, and, you know, if you don't want your business be put out, then you just gonna be sitting there silent. It looked like somebody had a muzzle on this bitch K. Michelle mouth, because she was saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, bitch, eventually you gotta say something. Okay, you got to give us something, because you came on this reality show, yeah, and you need to, you know, let us know what you're going through so they can help you to fix it. But yeah, she opened up a little while later, but yeah, she had a hard time. K. Michelle had a hard time, Emmett and Gangsta Boo had a hard time, but everybody ended up opening up, you know, in the end, well, in the middle of the episode. So Dr. Ish gives all of the couples, you know, each person a electrical watch, okay? He like, yeah, this your bling right here, okay? So the couples have a remote to their partner's watch and get to shock them every time they feel a certain type of way of what they said, girl, okay? It could be pain. You heard me right there when you said that. You know what I'm saying? It could be the fact that, you know, you made a face at me and I ain't like it. Any type of emotion that you feel, you can go ahead and shock that other person. You feel me? So, yeah, honey. So Lyrica suggests, you know, that, and it was kind of stupid, you know what I'm saying? Not kind of stupid. It was stupid. And I was just like, okay, girl, why are you trying to run shit? You know what I'm saying? And basically, what it looked like she was trying to do, because she was trying to change the game around, you know. On the one side, I feel like she was trying to, you know, deflect from her situation because she has the worst situation there. This man has cheated all over you, and you trying to basically, like I said, deflect from your situation. But on the other hand, it just seemed like she was really trying to take charge. You know, that's what it looked like she was doing, girl. And I'm just thinking to myself, why are you doing this when you have the worst relationship here and nobody wants to listen to you when it comes to any type of advice, you know? And not that she was giving advice, but nobody wants to listen to you because they look at your relationship as just basically like, y'all can't tell a shit. So the game is supposed to be, you know, you just at home, you know, it's a random day and, you know, how comfortable at home, like how you would be at home with your partner. And maybe y'all just having a discussion, talking or anything like that, and just randomly they might hurt your feelings and saying something, and you supposed to press the shock button. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to zap their ass. And yeah, she changing the whole game up. She like, you know what? Well, this is how it's gonna go. You know, a person could just randomly ask another person something, and the person who getting answered the question, their mate is supposed to shock them if they don't like, you know, their response. And I'm just like, okay, girl, why are you? It's just, that was too confusing. Like, and then on top of that, like, why does a third person need to be involved if, you know, you trying to get your relationship together? This is supposed to be between you and your mate. So why is a third party coming in between this? I wasn't with it, but I could see how she was trying to, like, you know, make something go on more than the game, but I was just like, it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, everybody was looking at her like, bitch, what? Like, nobody was with it. And so she was like, you know, she been doing IVF, saved up all her eggs and everything, And, you know, why is she saving up all her eggs and poking herself in the stomach if he's not going to want to have kids with her? And she was really hurt about that, too. She was really hurt about that. And he was like, well, I'm doing all this, and I'm doing it. This is what I'm doing it for you. I want you to have what you want to have. And they both, Dr. Ish and K. Michelle, was like, nah, but is it what you want? You know, and we all know he's been preaching this, you know, since the beginning of this show, that no, that's not what I want. You know, I don't want kids right now, you know, and because you are not ready and our relationship is not ready, you know, and she doesn't get it, you know, because before that, he was sitting there talking to her. Like I said, he was trying to talk to her like, look, our relationship is in a bad place. We need to get it together on what we need to do to fix it so that we can move forward and have these kids and get married and everything. And that's when I was talking about how she was silent and wouldn't say anything because she didn't want everybody in her business, you know. So, yeah, that's when that came in. But for the most part, you know, they both was like, you know, what in the world? Like, do you want kids or not? He was like, yeah, I'm fine. I will co-parent with her. I'm like, oh, my God, co-parent? Bitch, did you say co-parent out your damn mouth? Okay, girl, co-parenting? Like, are you serious? Like, so you're willing to go into a situation just to satisfy somebody else and co-parent? That's not fair to the child. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair to the child. She cannot get what she wants, and you don't need to be trying to give it to her because that's unfair to the child. The child needs to be able to grow up in a loving two-parent home if possible. You know what I'm saying? And if that's not possible, then kick rocks because that's wrong for the child. Adults need to understand that it's not about them. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what she wants, and he needs to stop trying to act like he's going to give her something that he don't want to be involved in because at the same time, you're going to sit up there and remove yourself, Kasten, and not be there as a family with Kay and the child just to give her what she wants. That didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? That kind of pissed me off, and I was like, yeah, at this point, Kasten, just stick to your word and saying what you want out the situation, and what you want is not kids by her right now because y'all relationship ain't right. Dr. Ish tells Kasten, you know what? You have a right to want what you want. You know, she's a grown woman, and you have a right to tell her what you want so you can tell her. And I'm just like, wow. K. Michelle's face was fucked up. Because basically he's telling him, you know, you need to tell this bitch you don't want to be with her in that way. You know, you don't want no kids and you don't want to get married. You need to tell her that because she's grown. Okay? And K. Michelle, like I said, y'all, her face was fucked up. Like, she looked like she was pissed, you know? And you brought this on yourself long time ago because you kept pressing the situation out knowing that this man did not want all of that. So that's what it leaves you looking stupid. You know, but at the end of the day, I did feel bad for her, but this is what it was going to end up to be. He was not going to change his mind because you pressed him out. There was no way he was ever going to change his mind. And if he did, you was going to be left co-parenting. Okay? Just like he just said again out of his mouth. So y'all, Lyrica is in the kitchen and basically telling everybody, you know, I could possibly be a therapist. You know, I could be a therapist because I know why everybody relationship is in shambles basically because they're just not spending enough time together, you know. And for me personally, you know, and then she just goes into what she going through with this nigga. Did you really just do that? You know, she goes on talking about how, yeah, because we don't spend enough time together. He don't spend enough time with me. And when he off at the studio, I'm up there sleep at night. And then when I wake up, he sleep right there in the bed. So I just feel like I'm not getting enough time. And Wanda was like, I don't like that. I didn't like how you did that. And he zapped her. I'm like, exactly, bitch, because that was too much. And this is how it's supposed to go. This is how the game is supposed to go. When your mate say something you don't like, then you zap them and they feel how you feel in that moment. Because there's no way to tell a motherfucker you can show them better than you can tell them. So this is the point of the game. So y'all, Rich is getting pissed off, okay? Because he's really there to actually play the game the way the doctor and the judge want it to be played. Because he said he there to get something out of the shit, you know? And he just not there to play some stupid game. And yeah, he really voiced his opinion, and I was glad. But at the end of the day, Rich, you know, you were mad because, yeah, you was being real cold to Mariah Lynn. Mariah Lynn says, you know, she basically don't like the fact that when her and Rich is not around each other, then she don't trust him. You know, and he like, well, I feel differently about that. Okay, girl, what? You feel differently? It's not about that. It's about giving her some in that moment where she says she feels uncomfortable and she does not trust you, Rich. What part did you get? And you put it right back on himself. Oh, I feel differently. You know, you're supposed to give her something back to make her feel like she can trust you. That was the wrong answer, you know? And Rich is just sitting up there like he don't get it and everything. So next thing you know, he zaps her. He got a nerve to zap Mariah Lynn. She was like, did you just zap me? And he was just looking all stupid, like, why would you zap her? He is telling you that you said something that she didn't like before that, so she should have zapped your ass. Like, what the hell? And that's what Lyrica was telling him. You can't zap her for a zap. Like, it was just stupid, y'all. But yeah, Mariah Lynn got mad, y'all. She was like, you know what, this is some bullshit, and I'm getting up. No. She got up and she left. And yeah, Rich was just like, he wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? He was really fucking mad and pissed off. The fact that you probably was mad too because you was wrong and you got caught. You know what I'm saying? In your wrongness. So he got up and walked off. You know, he apologized, you know, later on. Saying, you know, I was just playing the game. I apologize. She was just like, no, I feel like when you zapped me, you hurt me again, you know, and I'm really tired of being hurt. She was saying how she was sexually abused. You know, her father wasn't there. He was locked up, all grown up when she was growing up, and she just tired of being hurt, and she wants some fucking peace, you know. And then why you can't understand that, Rich? You know what I'm saying? It's not all about you, but y'all know from all these Love and Hip Hop, all these past years, that's all it's been about is Rich. It's always been about Rich ass. You know, it ain't never been about none of these females except for Rich ass. And that's why, Rich, you gonna end up lonely, honey, because you won't give nobody nothing back. You know, you don't be trying to make sure that a female's feelings are intact and they good because it's just all about you. And that's wrong and that's bad, you know, and you gonna have, you know, you're gonna be left alone. That's all I'm saying, because I don't think Mariah Lynn is up for, you know, keep on taking your shit. Cause what was her name? Her and Lyrica was talking, and she just, you know, finished Lyrica's sentence. It was like, yeah, tired of taking his shit, and she just getting to the end of it with all this shit. You know, she was up there agreeing with Lyrica, but it was looking like she was talking about her shit too. So go ahead and keep on, Rich. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a lonely ass, you know, because you don't look out for females' feelings. You just don't. That's what I've seen from him. He never has. He's always concerned about his ass, his own ass. Rich is sick and tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? She walks off, like I said, and he just rolling his eyes, and she walking past him in the back of him, and he really don't give a fuck. And I'm just like, wow. So Emmett and Gangsta Boo start arguing, you know what I'm saying? And basically, she just tied his fucking family. You know, the boundaries need to be set where you need to stay the fuck out of my business. You feel me? And yeah, she wants his 3 grown kids and his mother to stay out his mouth. And I don't understand why you keep preaching this to him, bitch, and he's not doing it. Because at this point, he needs to grow up and tell these motherfuckers, look, stay out of my business. If y'all don't like it, then peace. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my lady. And girl, like, how long have you been preaching this? You know, you came on TV still preaching this, and it's just like, it makes no sense. And then on top of that, it seems like you real stressed out, and these motherfucking 3 grown-ass kids is winning because they all in his ear and stressing you and him with our relationship out. So, like, like, he need to grow up. Like, they keep tiptoeing around this situation, and I'm not here for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, deal with and handle what needs to be handled, and just let these motherfuckers, you can handle that, Emmett, in one phone call. Look, whoever don't like it, I don't give a damn. You know, and yeah, kick rocks, peace, like I said, because all that matters is them and their relationship. Everybody else is just, you know, yes, they're a necessity around them, but at the end of the day, when that's your love, you really should not care about what everybody else thinks. You know, not unless the person is really like harming you or doing bodily harming you, or your life is in danger or something like that. But hey, y'all, on the other side, because y'all know it's 2 sides of shit, hold on now. They might not like Gangsta Boo running their father. You know, maybe that's what it is. They don't like how she treats him, because anytime you can pull a nigga out the hot tub with his friends and he kicking a bubble with his friends and he actually got up out of that shit, they probably mad at her. But you know what? They need to have a problem with him allowing her to do that to him, you know, but at the end of the day, like I said, y'all, it's 2 sides, and yeah, they not going to like her if she's doing that shit, which she is, but they not going to like her because the way that she treats their father, you know. So like I said, it's 2 sides to it, but yeah, maybe he feel like he can't speak up to them because he know he taking some bullshit, you know. So yeah, Emmett and Gangsta Boo, y'all might be doing too much, and what if that other family is right, you know? I don't know, but yeah, my dog is downstairs again. Capone, you ready to go outside? We almost done. Okay, I'm almost done. And then we're going to go outside. Okay, girl? Okay? Yeah, so, look at Capone. And they're going to snatch away. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. Say hi, Capone. Say hi, Capone. Move. Hold up, Emma. What are you trying to do? Girl. I mean, boy. What you trying to do? Capone with my attention, y'all. I gotta hurry up and get this video done. So, y'all, they start arguing in front of everybody, Emmett and Gangsta Boo. And, yeah, like, he just starts to get, you know, real mad. He goes from, like, 1 to 1,000 real quick out of nowhere. And, you know, he just like, yeah, I pushed the camera in that pool, you know. And just stop. Why is you getting violent? Because you don't know how to, you know, say what you need to say out your mouth because the cameraman ain't do nothing to you, Emmett. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wrong. It's all outdoors. You like, you wrong. You know, so then he said, yeah, and I flipped this motherfucking table over. Flip the table over for what? Okay? Like, damn, like, why is you getting so mad? Just have a conversation with this bitch and say what it is. You know what I'm saying? Be a man instead of trying. Now you want to resort to violence? Okay, Capone, now you trying to play. Edward, go up there with Edward. And so, yeah, he doing all that, and she steady probing this nigga. Gangsta, yeah, look at him getting mad. Oh, now you getting mad. Oh, now you getting mad. Like, slicing like shit, y'all. Y'all know that shit we do when we real glad that they getting real mad, and you just gonna sit there slicing, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And you doing too much. And you know he's not going to put his hands in you. You know he's not going to get so mad at you. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting mad at everything and everybody around him, girl, because you want to sit there and keep being fatty, girl. Okay, so yeah, I was like, you know what, Emmy, you need to stop letting her press your buttons like that because you're going to end up looking real crazy, girl, over some dumb shit. So Dr. Ish takes everybody outside, y'all. It's kind of cold out there, girl. They got comforters and, you know, covers and everything. Well, I'm just like, oh, okay, girl. You know what I'm saying? So, and Kevin shit, why you got them glasses on, girl? Them glasses are bad ass, honey. Them glasses are bad ass, y'all. They some Versace glasses. They so nice, y'all. Them glasses, y'all, are bad ass, and I can't wait to give me some when I go to the DR, girl. I'm gonna go right out Tyson's Galleria, Tyson's 2, the Galleria over in Virginia, okay, honey? And yeah, I'm gonna get me some Versace glasses, either some Louis, some Versace's, or some Gucci glasses. And that's basically all I'm gonna do as far as, you know, labels and everything. But I really want me some really nice sunglasses. So yeah, I'm going to spend that money to get those. So yeah, they're out there, and Dr. Ish is basically saying, you know, they're at a SHOCKSTACKLE course. That's what it's called, a SHOCKSTACKLE course. So it's an obstacle course, but it got like all these lines, and you know, they have to cross the lines, and they're going to get shocked getting in between the lines if they touch the lines, you know. And every line, that's what I noticed, because I did watch the episode 2 times. I did notice that every line that they touched, they weren't getting shocked. It's just specific lines that they touched, they were getting shocked. So I was glad about that, y'all, because it was lines everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, these lines was everywhere. And I'm just like, can't nobody make it through that without getting shocked, y'all. And, you know, like I said, I noticed later that all of the lines don't shock. But anyway, the couples have to get through this SHOCKSTACKLE course together, holding hands. They got hold hands the whole time. They got 5 minutes to come through, and they cannot let each other hands go and make it, like I said, to the 5 minutes. So the first couple to go through, y'all, is A1 and Lyrica. You know, they gonna go first, bitch, because you switched the game up, okay? And again, Dr. Ish don't appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? And then just like he said, he will do different settings, girl, okay? But you want to put your 2 cents in it, and he put it at the highest setting, and it's gonna stay there. I said, ooh, okay, girl. You know, Kasten was mad. He was like, you know what? I'm low-key mad. He was like, in his capacity, he was like, I'm low-key mad because 2 people who did not play the game correctly, you know, made up the game wrong. They basically got us at this high-ass level capacity, electrical capacity, and I'm not here for it. You know, and he was mad. And who else was mad? Mariah Lynn was like, that's not fair. You see what you got us into, Lyrica. Girl, A1 and Lyrica is first. And they getting the girl soon as they step foot through the motherfucker, okay? Lyrica is just running her goddamn mouth. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to look at A1 and be like, see, that's the problem. That's why we messing up, because you talk too much, bitch. Are you sure? We ain't hear not a word from him. And you just bumping your gums. It's your fucking fault. You know what I'm saying? So then they going through the obstacle course. They ended up letting each other's hand go and got to do the shit all over again. I'm like, oh my God. So they ended up doing the shit all over again. And yeah, they went through. Who was next? Rich and Mariah Lynn was next. So, you know, off the break, she like, look, I'm going to take charge. I'm going to go ahead first. I'm going to guide us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, girl, you know, because I'd have let my husband guide her. He would have had us, you know, right through that motherfucker the first time. You feel me? And he wouldn't have let my goddamn hand go, even if I would have tried to let his go, or just accidentally let his go. Like, he would have had me. And we would have got right through that bitch in probably 3-4 minutes, okay? And had time to spare. You feel me? So anyway, y'all, and he liked to do stuff like that, so that would have been fun. But anyway, yeah, Mariah Lynn and Rich, they go through and they're making it through and everything. And she leads them basically, you know, into all this like different, like, you know, lines and stuff. And she like, oh my God, you know, we're in the land of impossible. I'm like, oh my God. So they getting shot from everywhere. You feel me? And yeah, they ended up making it out by like literally 1 second, okay? And Rich got in there and told me something, yeah, the reason why we did it so well. Really, bitch? The reason why we did it so well was because we really looked in each other's eyes and we knew how each other felt, and we really, you know, was vibing, and this is how we made it through so good. Y'all took the last second, like literally, y'all, this nigga Rich was tripping up out of one of the lines at the last second, and he up there cited like they did so good, where everybody else had like whole minute to spare. You know, I was just like, okay, girl, you was doing a lot of sites, and that's why they clowned you and showed your complexion, because you did not. Okay, you did not do that real good. You didn't go through that obstacle good. You didn't, girl. So, y'all, K. Michelle couldn't do the challenge, you know, because she's had all of the surgeries as far as her butt, her legs, everything. And she says that the doctors have been wanting to watch her. And so this type of like electrical stimulation, it might not be good for her system. So she just opted not to do the exercise. And yeah, Dr. Ishinger totally was with it. You know what I'm saying? They was like, that was a medical procedure. We don't want to touch anything like that. And yeah, we totally agree. So, you know, Kason takes one for the team, girl, okay? He like, I'm going to go in, you know, for us. And he goes through and they're telling her, you know, you got to, you know, be there for him, tell him what to do, you know, open up your mouth, communicate with him what he needs to do so he doesn't get shot. So K. Michelle, she gangster with it. She's outside of the SHOCKSTACKLE course, you know, just like really giving him direction and where he goes. She like, look, it's tight right there. Go through right there. You got a little bit of space right there. Okay, that's not good. No, go the other way. Like she really giving him good direction. And for the most part, it looked like he got out smooth, you know, with I think like a minute and something to spare, y'all. But y'all, he really made me want to play the game, you know, when he was done, because soon he got out, he walked out all smooth, and he was dapping everybody up like he was tired, you know. I just went through, I was tired, you know. I was like, tag team me, and so I could play, you know. And I wanted to play, and my husband was like, dang, that's probably fun. I was like, I know, but the shock part of it, I'm really not happy about. I don't think that I would like that part. But trying to get through the maze and see how you can get out, that part probably will be fun. So yeah, maybe another time, girl. Okay. So Emmett and Gangsta Boo, okay? So Emmett takes the lead, okay? And yeah, they just, you know, getting shocked all over the place, you know? So she decides to, you know, just take the lead. Okay, I'm gonna get in front, And now they are really getting shocked everywhere, you know? And she decides to just start dragging this nigga right through the SHOCKSTACKLE course. And I'm like, oh my God, everybody was laughing. She was just like really pulling on him and everything. And yeah, they got through it, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, you know what? Okay, maybe I am a little bit of controlling. Yeah, you are, okay? Yes, you are. But you know what, girl? We understand you had to get your man through that course, and you really ain't had time for him to be going all slow, girl, because you weren't really trying to get shot, you know, and you had it in your mind when you had this and you could do this and you know, you could get them through. So yeah, I totally feel you, Gangsta Boo, on how you proceeded to, you know, take charge, you know, and that was a situation where I felt like, you know, it was good for her to take charge, and she did a really good job. Judge Tola comes out, you know, everybody like, oh shit, you know, they get scared when this bitch come out, and rightfully so, y'all, because she about to read a bitch down, okay? And if you don't like it, that's on you. Judge Tola just flat out and says, you know, if y'all know how to talk to each other better communication, y'all wouldn't be going through all this stuff over and over again, like on an obstacle course. Like, you wouldn't do it. You would just have the issue, be able to talk it out, and it would be settled. But y'all keep going through the same thing over and over again because y'all are not listening to each other. A1 disagrees. That's not what I was doing. I was trying to tell her that she always trying to shut me down and stuff. And Judge Tola was like, no, you were basically criticizing her. This is what you were doing. You were criticizing her. He was like, well, I just don't feel like that. Just shut up. Because a whole therapist is trying to tell you something now, and you don't want to hear it, girl. And out of everybody, you need to be listening, okay? So I don't want to hear it. That's what Judge Tola was acting like. Okay, no. Basically, you are criticizing her. This girl has been through enough with you. She is frightened. She is scared. She is confused. She is tired. She's all of these things. And she is giving a third of, you know, herself to her son because she doesn't have any more to give. You know what, girl? So basically, you need to listen to what I'm saying because you have dragged this woman for long enough, and you need to stop, you know, and listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Stop criticizing her because she doesn't need it. You know, and then on top of that, I'm just thinking to myself, bitch, first of all, honey, okay, you're not going to be criticizing me after that all that shit you pull. I don't want to hear nothing about me. You know, we should, on top of that, anything I'm doing to you, as far as I'm concerned, from here on out, is payback. So why the fuck do I need to be listening to you criticize me? You know, and Lyrica is up there looking all upset and bothered, you know what I'm saying? And Dr. Ish was like, are you okay? Asking her if she okay. She was like, she just tired. You know what I'm saying? And she in her confessional saying, you know, she is really, really tired. And at this point, she don't even know why she's still there. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, I don't either, because all that, you know, puppy love what you think you got for him and he think he got for you. Like, a person will show you who they are, and he's showing you who he is by going out sleeping with other women. And if he continues to do that, then he does not care about you. That's just it. And you can sit and listen to everything that he has to say, and he's sorry and bring you all of this stuff, or maybe good, whatever he's doing that allows you to allow him to come back, you need to stop. Like, it needs to be over. So they go into the house, and everybody talking about what they learned, you know, and A1 is like, you know, well, what have you learned talking to Lyrica? You know, what have you learned? They just sitting there kicking the elbow. It looks like he wants to be by his wife, you know, and talk to her. They sitting there eating. He's sitting there eating, and she's like, I really don't feel like being bothered. I want to be by myself. And he just gets up and walks off because, yeah, she is exhausted. She's a wounded, hurt puppy, and you've done too much. You know, and so he just walks off, and Richard's like, well, I just thought everything was good. I thought everything. He was like, nah, now. He was like, I can't do nothing. He was like, one thing will trigger her, you know, back to the past. He was like, and then on top of that, she has everything in her head that the judge said, so she's letting that marinate, and she's back mad again. You know, and this is what happens when you committed infidelity and the person can't get it out their head. Like, it's stuck in their head. So she probably have good times, and then she has times where she like, man, I can't stand this nigga. And that's where she is at right now. You know what I'm saying? And he has to make his decision. You know what I'm saying? Is this something that you want to keep going back and forth with because this is what her brain does from time to time? Or do you want to stick it out and just take it because you love her? Because at the end of the day, it just seems like she going to just keep being there anyway, you know? Or maybe Lyrica will one day wake up and just leave and, you know, go just be with her kids and raise her kids the way they need to be raised without this man. Because at this point, she is gone to live on her own. She should have just stayed on her own. And I think it was no point of her coming on this show trying to mend anything because she's already broken from this man. You know, I just feel like she needs a fresh man, a fresh start, all new memories, and all this negative cheating stuff needs to be at the, not like her past. You know what I'm saying? It just needs to be her past, and she needs to move on. So y'all, that is all for this episode, okay? I had a really nice time with this episode. At first, the first time I watched it, because I watched it twice, I was like, it ain't really nothing going on. But it was when you sat and really listened to the couple's gripes and saw how the doctors tried to, you know, get their relationships back in line. So it was a good episode. It wasn't a lot of drama, girl, because you know your girl like drama, but it was informational, and yeah, it taught me some stuff, you know what I'm saying, just to keep having that line of communication with my mate. So y'all, that is all like I said for this video. If you haven't subscribed, sis, what are you waiting for? Okay, we popping over here, okay, girl? So yeah, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to like. Please hit like and share my video, okay? I will see you ladies and gents later. Bye.